here with Jack Zufelt and myself, Ken Rolfness. And Jack is one of the greatest trainers on the planet. In fact, the first time I saw him was on the other side of the world. Another company flew you in.
Yeah.
You went through all of Asia, it seems like, and then they brought you to Australia. And I remember that they brought you to help to train the people on how to build a business. And, you know, you've won the Presidential Medal of Merit, or you were awarded the Presidential Medal of Merit. You had all these accolades, too many to mention right now. And here we have you to help train our people, which is really exciting. What my question is what is the most important thing? A person has now joined the business. They're now involved with TNI. They're on AutoShip. They've got their Show Me the Money website, their building program. What do they need to do right now if they want to make a lot of money?
Well, buying into the business is not going to make anybody any money. I don't care how much money they put up. That doesn't make them a dime. There's only one thing that's going to make them money, and that is the ability to build an organization of people who are doing two things. Number one, consuming and using the products. And number two, building their own organization so that everybody gets an override on everybody's consumption and retail sales. Now, what I found is everybody can consume products. You know, they open the lid and they drink this great product, and hey, that's easy, training over. But what's hard is how do they get 5, 10, 1,000 people underneath them doing the same thing that will kick out to them $1,000 a month or $1,000 a week or even $1,000 a day income. So the most important thing for someone to do, Ken, is to make a list of people that, number one, make a list of people they know that would want more money.
Okay.
Well, it'd probably be a lot shorter list if they made a list of people who didn't want more money.
Yeah, that's true.
Because everybody that's alive and walking and breathing wants and needs more money, especially in the economic times we're experiencing. I haven't found anybody that doesn't need or want more money. I can't tell by looking who has health issues, unless they're limping or rubbing their forehead because they got a headache. So I don't go out and try to address health issues because I can't tell if you have migraines or if you have arthritis or any other challenges, health issues. But I can tell by looking if you want more money. You know how I know that?
How?
Because you're breathing.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're moving around. Everybody out there seems to want and need more money for all kinds of reasons. Could be everything from charity to getting out of debt. It doesn't matter. That's a huge need. And business 101 is this. If you want to make money, you got to find a need and fill it. Find a need and fill it. Well, I can't find a bigger need out there than money. It's the number one cause of divorce or lack of it and fighting about it. Number one cause of divorce and number one cause of stress in America. And every other country I've been to, people are saying, our doctors are saying the same thing. So it doesn't matter whether it's Taiwan or Canada or Australia, same thing. So the most important thing for somebody to do is make a list of people they think would like to make more money, and don't prejudge them.
Okay.
Don't prejudge because you don't know where they are in life. I just talked to a guy the other day who said, you know, 5 years ago I wouldn't even consider this because he was doing well in his own business. He said, but my business has dropped in half. And he said, I got the same overhead, but I don't have the same sales. He says, I'm in trouble. He said, now I've caught the vision of having multiple streams of income. I need another source of income, so this kind of stuff doesn't happen to me anymore. So I taught him about this business. Tahisha Noni International. He goes, you mean you can make that much money off of juice? And I said, well, actually, yes. On the condition that you have a lot of people that are being benefited by that juice. And that's what Tahisha Noni is world famous for. As you know, they've broken every record in growth. Now, why don't you tell them what kind of records they've broken?
Oh, well, in fact, you know, as you already know, Tahisha Noni is the 4th fastest growing company in recorded history. It's got 55 clinical trials. You know, that in itself is amazing. Got all these different things. But, you know, it's kind of interesting when you said don't prejudge. Because my boss, my ex-boss, Phil, multi-millionaire, has all the money, has everything that he could possibly want. Who would have thought that when I approached him that he would have saw the opportunity, and now he's this multi-millionaire that doesn't need the money, joins up in the business, and then it's just been amazing by not prejudging. I think that's an important part of what we do.
So make a list of everybody that you know and know a little bit or know well. It could be family. There are 3 groups of people, family and friends. Then you got acquaintances, people whose paths you've crossed. Maybe they sold you a pair of shoes or tried to sell you a car and you got their business card. That's an acquaintance. Somehow your paths have crossed. Then the 3rd group are strangers, and we'll show you how to get from strangers to acquaintances so you can approach them and invite them to watch the Show Me the Money video so that they can get the same opportunities you can have and you're currently taking advantage of. We're going to show you how to do that. So the most important thing is make a list of these 2 groups of people, because you can't make a list of strangers. You can buy lists of them, but I don't recommend that. That's very expensive. You don't need to do that right now. So make a list of family and friends and acquaintances. We'll teach you how to create lots more acquaintances from this list of people who are total strangers. That's next. We're going to stay with these to start with. Now, let's assume you have that list. Oh, and by the way, we said don't judge. Somebody once said to me in the last 3 years, he said, Jack, I can't believe you're involved in network marketing. He was judging me. You know, I made millions in this industry, and I'm going, I can't believe you're not. And he said, well, what do you mean? I said, I made $80,000 a month with this business, and before I was making money, but if I didn't sell something, my business stopped. My income stopped. Well, with network marketing, I found out that doesn't happen if you learn how to build a downline of people who are building a downline. And so this guy changed his mind and said, well, maybe I better take a look at it. Yeah, you made it better because, you see, people need and want more income, and we can't judge who they are. I have one woman who is my star example. She was on welfare, had 3 children, single mom, and struggling to buy food. In fact, couldn't buy food, was on food stamps 7, 8 months out of the year. And that lady, in 3 years, was making $30,000 a month because of network marketing. And she was in my downline. And who in the world would listen to somebody who has a welfare background about how to make money? Who would listen to someone like that? You would think that no one would listen to them. We're going to show you how to talk like she did so that everyone will listen to you in the next segment. We're not going to do that right now. First thing we're going to talk about is you got to create a list of acquaintances and friends and family. Create a list. Then what do you do with them? I'm going to do that. We're going to talk to you about that in great detail in the next few segments. Remember, Ken, these are going to be short segments so we don't bore anybody, but hey, if you'll spend one day making a list, and by the way, that list will keep building because you'll say, oh, I didn't even think about them. We're going to send you, along with this video, you're going to get the ability to download a list of places to go to find people, to jog your memory of how you know people, some examples of where you've met them, whether it be the PTA or the Lions Club or the church organizations. It's whoever served you, people you've served, doctors, nurses, people that you've met will jog your memory so you'll end up with a list of 100, 200 people, and you'll never run out because they'll keep coming into your life. There are people everywhere. People ask me all the time, Jack, how do you find so many people to talk to or invite about this business? And I say, well, because I wake up and I open my eyes, I walk outside, and there are people out there. They're everywhere. Now, the question isn't, are there people out there? The question is, how are you going to bring it up to them? And we're going to show you how to do that in the next segment.
Thank you very much. This is Jack Zufelt, the world-famous trader. Gets up to $5,000 an hour on the phone, so when he speaks, you want to listen.
Now what I want you to do is tune into the next segment so that you can learn the most important skills about how to get this message called Show Me the Money out to the world so that you can start building an organization of people who are going to create an income for you. Go to the next segment now.